Hi, it's Randi Sloane with Real Life, and I'm here at the Long Island International Film Expo, and I am standing with Mark Borkowski and David McKittrick, who are part of Hungry Ghosts, and I will allow them to tell you about the film.
Well, Hungry Ghosts is about a guy who's looking for his drug-addicted wife, desperately looking for her, and it ends up with him having a battle with himself to either come to terms with his own demons or to die with hers. I wanted to make a film about the opioid crisis, particularly how it affected my old neighborhood in Philadelphia. You know, my old neighborhood in Philly, Kensington, was considered ground zero for the crisis. And I wanted to go there, I wanted to capture it and just get into it, you know.
Yeah. Now, you were the producer and you played the lead.
Yes.
Yes, the husband.
So I've known Mark for a number of years now, and we always talked about doing a project, and he had something that he was working on that he thought I'd be right for. So I said, all right, let's go for it. So I was the executive producer and the lead, and I just went with his writing and went from there.
He financed it,
Yeah.
which is always nice.
Of course.
So he wanted to make the movie. He wanted to finance a short film, and we both have interests in addiction and recovery because we're both in recovery, and it was just like a perfect storm.
I think that it's really important, especially today, to get the word out. And, you know, I spoke to Daniel Baldwin before, and I said there's so many resources out there. There's so many organizations that people know that there is help out there. And I understand that's the hardest part to get to, is knowing that you need the help. And but the numbers continue to rise. And it's disheartening, and it's so sad, but why? Why are they rising?
Well, it takes willingness. I mean, in order to get sober, you really got to be willing to get sober and do the work. You know, you really got to want it, you know?
Yeah, it's a program for people who simply do it. You can want it, you can need it, you can starve for it, but if you don't actually do it, you know, you need the willingness to do it first, and then you have to actually do it.
What do you think, I mean, especially what you just told me, we both are recovering, what do you think the hardest part or the biggest challenge in making the film was? For you personally, for each of you personally?
Well, when I first wrote it, I wrote a film about an addict, you know, as I was developing it. It was about an addict, but as I was writing it, I started to look at the families of those who were suffering with addicts, and I started to look at them, and then all of a sudden it became about, you know, the people who are dealing with addicts, and the addicts themselves became on the peripheral, and I kept dealing with them, and it became a story of a man and his son trying to find his wife who's disappeared after relapsing on heroin.
I think the biggest challenge for us, outside of the actual storytelling, was like the breadth of the film. There's a lot going on for a short film, and I think in the first scene, Mark made the choice to just drop the audience in right away to my rage when I'm hitting the bag, just so you have an idea that, okay, something's not going well here, and then we go on from there. But there were several locations, several days. So a lot of shorts you'll see, there's just a few locations, and they're easier shots. Ours were fairly complicated. We had a couple car scenes, so that's a whole day. So you know, we went on for an extra day. We scheduled for 4. We wound up shooting for 5, and I think that maybe just like I felt like that's something like when we had to kind of figure out as we went along. Because it was a big project.
Because we were shooting in like ground zero for the crisis. You know? Kensington Ave in Philadelphia is almost like a drug encampment zone, and it's a very dangerous area. My crew did not want to shoot there. They did not want to bring the equipment there, you know, and so we worked it out where, you know, the DP got a van, we put the camera inside the van, and we drove by, we captured it, and then there was a safer area down the road that we turned into a place where we can bring in actors, and we could pretty much mix the real stuff with.
So you did do a little mixing.
Yeah, but we were very lucky. We had a lot of support from recovery houses, halfway houses, and there were a lot of newly sober guys that really wanted to be of service to this film. So they came in, and if you saw the film, they looked the part.
They did great.
Yes,
So they
they
blent
did.
with the real stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and
Seamless.
so it
cut.
really worked. It was like a perfect storm.
It's really a moving film. I highly recommend it. What's your goal for the film?
Well, right now I'm in the process of writing it into a feature.
Okay.
Because
you
one of one of the major comments I get from so many people is they want more. When the film's over, they see it and they want more. And it's a bigger story. There's so many different storylines and just levels and just things that I want to say. And I think that I can make a really amazing feature out of it.
It's hard to, as we all know, as filmmakers, to make a short, you want to feel like you watched an entire movie, an entire feature in less than 20 minutes.
Right.
So that's definitely a task
Yeah.
there. But you guys did an amazing, amazing job.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
I love the film.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations and
Thank
good
you.
luck. And where can everybody find you on social media?
At Mark J. Borkowski on Instagram, and at Hungry Ghosts the movie. Is it Hungry Ghosts movie or Hungry Ghosts the movie?
Hungry Ghosts.
I think it's
movie.
Hungry
Try
Ghosts.
both.
Yeah, try
Hungry
both.
Ghosts the movie. And we're also www.hungryghoststhemovie.com. So yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank
again.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
so much.